friends. My name is Laura Berman, and I am your musical host for this evening. We're going to sing. I think there are some words on the screen. Do we wait for Reverend Leah, or I'm going to go? I'm going to go. I'm going. We're going to sing. Stand if you are able. No pressure at all. This is really easy. There she is. This is all the good. I cannot do all the good the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. It's fun. Here we go. I'll show you. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. Got it? We'll do it a lot. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. And we're gonna sing that same line. It's gonna sound a little different. It's gonna get funky, so if you wanna shake it, here we go. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. Sing it one more time. I cannot do all the good, yeah, that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. Yeah.
Thank you, Laura. Laura Berman, our guest musician. Thank you so much, Laura. It's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome, everyone. My name is Reverend Alvarado. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My pronouns are she and her. So glad that you have joined us this evening, both in person and online. Hello to those online as well. I want to acknowledge that this service is being held on the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Ute, and Cheyenne peoples. We recognize that this land is rightfully theirs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for the continuing kinship of this place. Our spiritual philosophy, Science of Mind, is inclusive of all spiritual traditions. How cool is that? Is that cool or what? I think it's kind of cool. I'm a little biased, but yeah, I think it's kind of cool. And what that means is that if you dig deep enough, beneath all the religions, they're all saying the same thing, and that we are all one, and that love is the most important thing. So that's who we are. Let's say our vision and our mission together. Our mission: we are an inclusive community, inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision: to support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. Sorry, y'all, I didn't give you the cue. I spoke before you spoke. Did I not change the slide? Well, that's why. Sorry, so sorry. All right, let's say our vision together. Here we go. To support humanity's spiritual growth, creating a world that works for all. All right, kiddos, we have a few. Come on up. We have a song for you. You all know the song.
You guys know it better than us. Can you guys help me sing this?
All right, yes.
God is everything there is, so I am part of God. Know there's nothing to me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful and
January, we are partnering with a wonderful organization called Arboretum Coffee. They are more than just a coffee shop. They are actually a nonprofit that's dedicated to supporting immigrants and refugees. And so they hire them and they teach them skills, they teach them how to interact with customers, they teach them how to speak English, they do incredible things. And later in the month, I'm hoping to have the founder come and speak a little bit about this wonderful organization, so it's a privilege to support them. All right, town hall. We're having a town hall at the end of this month, the last Sunday of the month, and we're doing a nacho bar. Does that not sound good? That sounds amazing to me. I don't know whose idea that was, somebody on our board, but anyway, we're having a nacho bar, and so you'll eat, enjoy nachos, and then you're going to hear a few updates. We're going to share a little bit about what we're up to, and so it'll come from me and our board. So come join us the last Sunday of the month. All right, this is really exciting, y'all. Okay, so Catherine Skaggs is a local shamanic practitioner. I have worked with her. I have received healing from her. I've attended her classes. How many of you know who she is? Few of you do. Okay, so trust me, you do not want to miss this opportunity. This is a class we have never done. This is a class where she will teach you how to connect with your guides, the angelic realm, ascended masters. It's going to be a really special class. She's doing an intro class on a Friday night for an hour, and then a deeper dive on February 7th. So the first class will be on the 24th, followed by a deeper dive on the 7th of February. So check it out, don't miss it, and if you attend the intro, you get a $10 off for the deep dive. So just keep that in mind. All right, then we have we're doing a food for new thought. We do these every now and again for those that are new. These are hosted by somebody in our community. They open up their home and they buy all the food, and then you all purchase tickets, and the money that you spend goes to support our beloved center here. So Chuck Bloser, raise your hand. Chuck is hosting the next one. He did this last year. I was there, Matt was there. Who else was there? Anybody else in the audience? Yes, it was incredible. He makes all the food from scratch, if you can believe it. He learned how to make Chinese food, and he makes it from scratch. It's so, so good. So sign up for that. That's going to be on February 1st. All right. And then, sorry, going a little fast here. Okay, we meet for afterwards to go to a restaurant. If you're interested in doing that, meet us at the welcome table. We'll decide where we're going to go. And then everything else can be found on our website, cslnoco.org. And now we're going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to invite Indrani to come up. And she's going to play our singing bowls, and then we're going to do a chant and an opening prayer.
I invite you to close your eyes if they're not closed, and I'm just going to take a few minutes to go more deeply into our heart, affirming, I am open to receive the love in you and me. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive the love in you and me. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive the love in you and me. I am open to receive. I am open. I am open. I am open to receive
we read in that light, we feel it move through our being, settling into our heart. As we sit here in this moment, we are aware of the love that is here, the presence of Spirit that is here, the light of God that is in every breath. It is the chair that we sit on, and it's the ground beneath us. It is above us, it is on either side of us, it is all around us. And in this moment, we feel gratitude for this space, for this time to be still, for this time to come together as a community, for this time to be reminded of who we are, the truth of who we are. And as we touch into our heart, we pray on behalf of those who've been impacted by what happened in New Orleans, the terrorist attack that happened. We surround those who have been impacted by that event. We do that from right here. We send our love to those who have transitioned. We send our love to those whose families are mourning the loss of those who were killed in such a tragic way. We send our love and surround the entire community, including the first responders who were there to witness such a horrific event. And so we take our love and we send that light and that love from our heart, and we surround that entire community of New Orleans, to the state, to the country, to the world. And so in this moment, just feeling that love and feeling that connection, for we are all connected, we are all one. And so when one is hurting, we are all hurting. And so as we hold that space, as we hold that love for each and every person, as we do that for others, we do that for ourselves. We hold that light and that love within our heart, giving ourselves some love for anything that we might be facing in our life right now. And so in this moment, as we feel this love, as we feel this presence, we also are aware of gratitude. Gratitude for this moment that we are taking this breath, that we are part of this life, that we are part of this moment in time. And so with great gratitude, we release this, we let it go, we hand it over to Spirit that always says yes. And together we say, and so it is.
I've always put up my fences and held my defenses in front of me.
Yes? Do you remember that as a kid? We grew up thinking, we grew up hearing that this world is limited, that there's a limited number of resources and opportunities. There's a limited amount of money and abundance in the world. That there's a limited amount of personal worth. And so we hear these messages and we get this idea that there just isn't enough. There isn't enough to go around. And we also get the message that we're not enough. It's subtle though, isn't it? It's subtle, but we get that message from a very early age that we're not enough. And so the fear of not being enough, the fear of not having enough, it keeps us in this place of scarcity. It keeps us in this place of lack. And so we can't fully relax because it's there lingering in the background. And so we create stories in our mind about who we are in the world in comparison to other people. Nobody in here has ever done that, right? I think I'm the only one maybe who's ever done that. Yeah. So we want so much to achieve what we set out to achieve. But we question whether or not we're enough. We question whether or not it's actually possible. You know, I think something that we all have in common is that feeling of not being enough. It's unfortunate though, isn't it? But all of us have that in common. Brene Brown said it best. She said this: all of us fight hidden silent battles against not being good enough, not having enough, not belonging enough. You know, as I look back at my own life, there are so many moments when I didn't feel like I was enough, that I wasn't pretty enough, smart enough, thin enough, prosperous enough, successful enough, spiritual enough. I could go on and on. And I suspect that if and I'm not going to do this because I'm not going to put you on the spot, but if I asked you all, raise your hand if at some point in your life you have felt that you weren't enough, every single hand in this room and online would go up, no doubt. Yeah. Every single one of us knows the pain of what it feels like to not be enough, to not feel like you're enough. And we walk around wearing these masks like we're okay, like all is well. I'm fine, I'm good, all is well. But somewhere in the background is that message, is that feeling of wondering, am I enough? Am I okay? Now for some of you in your personal life, you've got this. You've got this handled. You know how to cultivate gratitude, and you know how to manifest abundance in your life. An abundance of not just money, but all things. You just know. You know, you trust, you believe, and it shows up. So that lack consciousness, that scarcity, doesn't exist for you. But when you look out at the world, you see it out there. You see the lack consciousness, you see the scarcity that is out there in the world. The limited amount of resources that are available for people. And so, you might feel a little hopeless at times. Yeah. So we can feel a sense of abundance within ourselves, but then not be able to see it out there. So I invite you to pause for a moment. I invite you to think about how you see the world right now. Have you been looking at the world from a scarcity mindset? Or have you been looking at the world from an abundance mindset? How do you see the world? When you look at the news, when you think about what's happening in the world, is it from a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset? Just notice. personal life. I invite you to be honest with yourself about where you're living from. Not to judge yourself, but to look at yourself honestly. Am I living from a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset? Have I been living from a belief in lack, a belief in scarcity, a belief that I don't have enough, a belief that there isn't enough, a belief on some level that I'm not enough? Or have you been living from a place where you know that abundance, an abundance of all things, is available? So I invite you to just look at that. No judgment. Just be aware of where you have been living from. Ernest Holmes, our founder, said this: "No matter what we may desire, we shall only have what we are able to accept. We shall only experience what we are able to embody in our thought." We shall only experience what we are able to embody in our thought. That's a powerful statement. Yeah? So whatever we believe gets projected out there. Our beliefs show up in our experiences. Have you noticed that? So if we are focused on what we don't have, what we experience is more of that, of what we don't have. If we are continually looking for the scarcity in our life, you will find it. Yes? Yes. So if we look at the world through this lens of limitation and lack, then that is what we see, is limitation and lack. Whether we are looking at our own self or we are looking at the world. We may want to experience more abundance, more prosperity, more opportunities, but we can only receive what we can accept. We can only receive what we believe we are worthy of receiving. And this is true for any desire that we have in our life. We may want an abundance of better relationships. We may want better health, more success, more happiness, more joy, more peace. But it cannot come. It cannot come if our mind has been focused on scarcity and lack. You know, we often will stand here and say, I want what's over there. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be experiencing this thing. I want to be experiencing what's over there. And we can't get over there because we keep focusing on what's happening here. Do you see that in yourself? We all do that, don't we? I don't want to be here. I don't want to be experiencing this awful thing. I don't want to be experiencing this hard thing, this painful thing. I want to be over there. But the problem is, we're putting so much energy into what we don't want, which is here, instead of over there. It isn't possible to get over there from where we are standing. It is not possible. We think, if I just keep focusing over there, yeah, but most of our thoughts tend to be here. They tend to be here. And then we get stuck in fear. And we worry that the thing that we want won't come. You know, because deep down we believe on some level that there's a limited supply of good. What will I do if I don't get that job? What will I do if I don't make that money? What will I do if I can't improve my health? If I don't find the right doctor or the right person to support my healing? What will I do? What will I do if the world We shall only experience what we are able to embody in our thought. And this is true for our life and for the world. If the majority of our thoughts are focused on what we don't have, what's missing, what's not working, and only a few of our thoughts are focused on possibility, we still can't get there. Because our predominant thoughts are focused on what we don't have or what's missing or what's not working. Now we're human, so we're going to feel frustrated, and we're going to get angry, and we're going to feel hopeless at times, and we're going to feel sad. And that's okay. But it's a good idea every now and again to examine our life, to look at where our thoughts, what have I been thinking? What do I believe about this situation? If we are operating from a vibration of lack and not enough, then that's what we're going to continue to experience. The amount we receive is in accordance with what it is we believe and what our thoughts are. There's a direct relationship there. So how big of a container are you holding? Some of you, your container is this big. And Spirit's like, okay, I'm trying to get it in that little tiny space right there. Your container is small. Do you know that you have a say in how big your container is? Did you know that? That you can actually open your container this big if you choose. It's up to you. That's one of the greatest gifts that we've been given is the power to choose. To choose many things, including the size of that container. We've all been taught that there's this limited supply. We've all learned very early on that there's this limited supply, and we bought into that truth. We bought into it as though it is the truth. But in fact, it is not. Because here's the thing. Likely, unless you were raised in this philosophy, science mind. Anybody raised in this philosophy? Okay, you know then. Most of us were not taught as children that we live in an abundant universe. We were not taught that. We were taught that we live in a universe that is limited. We were taught that the universe is limited in so many ways. Lucky for you, you were raised to know that truth. You know there's an unending flow of all things. It's only limited because we say it's limited. What we desire is already available to us. It's simply aligning our vibration with what it is that we want. So we first visualize it, we imagine it, and then we feel it as though it is here already. You know, we can do the same for the world just as we do for ourselves. Imagining and visualizing a world where every person, every being has all that they need and more to live a joyous and happy and prosperous life. We've bought into this belief that scarcity is real, and it is not. Because in truth, there is more than you could ever imagine. We just have to align our vibration with that truth. Lao Tzu said, when you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Think about that for a moment. Nothing is lacking. Nothing. It's a story we made up. It's a story that we made up. Nothing is lacking within ourselves, and nothing is lacking within the world. So we can choose to walk through the world and see it as abundant and prosperous. We can choose to see our lives as abundant and prosperous. We can contribute to the collective consciousness because we are all one, because we are all connected. We can choose to know that we live in an abundant world. We can choose every day to see life from a place of scarcity or an abundant place. Wayne Dyer said this: abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we tune into. We tune into it. Therefore, it already exists. We just have to tune into it. So whatever abundance that you are desiring in your life, whether it's money or success or health or love or peace, stop trying so hard to experience it. Stop trying so hard to achieve it. Tune into it. Release the fear that it won't come and simply tune into the vibration of it. And know that you are worthy of receiving it and experiencing it, whatever it is that you want. As we begin to look for it, we realize that it was there all along. As you look at your life, as you look at the abundance in your life, the abundance of well-being that you are experiencing, the abundance of incredible people in your life who love you and care for you, the abundance of beauty in the eyes of your children, in the eyes of your grandchildren, the beauty in the fact that we have a roof over our head, that we can get in a car and drive from here to there, wherever we want to go, whenever we want to. There is so much abundance in our life. The clothes on our back. I have an abundance of shoes. Some of you know this. I have so many shoes, I have a kind of an obsession. And flowy things. Yes, you probably noticed that too if you've been coming here for a while. There's so much abundance. How beautiful is that? Truly. Truly. So as we focus on our abundance, what happens? We become grateful. We start to feel gratitude. We stop focusing on what's missing and what's not working, and instead we feel gratitude for all that we have. Because my God, do we have a lot. Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity, from lack, to being enough, to being whole, perfect, and complete. As we begin to notice the abundance around us, something shifts within us. And now we have just changed a pattern of thinking. We have just changed a pattern of believing. And we're no longer in that story that there isn't enough. We are now living from a different mindset. It's as simple as that. So instead of waiting for some day, instead of waiting for something to change, we get to choose right here, right now. We get to decide that this moment is abundant. This moment. You know, there is no lack in the universe. There is no such thing as lack in the universe. This is a human concept that we created. And we get to release that if we choose. The truth is, we live in an abundant universe because God is our source. Some of you have heard us from here say that. God is our source. That means that all of the good in our life, it's because of the divine, it's because of Spirit. It's the source of all of the good in our life. Ernest Holmes said, "When we learn to trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. We must learn to come under that divine government and accept the fact that nature's table is ever filled. Never was there a cosmic famine. Never." So in truth, there's an unlimited supply of everything. And that includes an unlimited supply of joy, an unlimited supply of peace, an unlimited supply of love and grace. So much grace in our lives. How many of you feel the grace that has shown up in your life? Yes, you notice it, you feel it, so much grace. So we can look at the world and we can also see that yes, there is an unlimited amount of hate and war and homelessness and anxiety and fear and depression. And if we continue to look for those things, yes, we will find them. And it's not to say we don't want to look at those things, and it's not to say they don't exist, because indeed they do. But what it's doing, what I'm imparting upon all of you, is to retrain your mind so that when you look at those things, you don't get sucked right into it, and now you begin to spiral and feel that life is hopeless and there is not enough. It's retraining the mind. That's what we're doing. To hold the vibration that something else is possible. To believe it, that something else is possible. To make the choice to align with Spirit, to align with the goodness, the beauty, the magnificence of God, and allow that to be your guide. If we began each day aligning with the presence of Spirit, with the powerful presence of Spirit, of the divine, it would not be possible to look at our lives through the lens of scarcity, through the lens of lack. It wouldn't be possible. Because in that connection with Spirit, all there is wholeness. All there is abundance. All there is love. We are an extension of love in form. We are Spirit in form. And if we can look at our lives through the lens of Spirit and align with that vibration, scarcity will be no more. And then we can become excited about what's possible in the world, what's possible for our lives. Ernest Holmes said so beautifully, if we identify ourselves with the source, then our word establishes eternal harmony, transforms everything, rearranges everything to our benefit. It is an act of complete surrender of the human to the divine. So we just have to get our humanness out of the way. We just have to let go of the stories that our minds have convinced us are true, of the limitations, the limiting supply of good, because in truth, there is no limit. We need to get out of the way and allow Spirit, allow God to work through us. And step powerfully into that knowing that my life is abundant. It is only scarce because I say it is. So starting right now, I'm going to choose something different. Are you willing to do that? Yeah. Yes? All right. So here's your homework. You ready? All of you should have been given a handout when you came in today. Anybody not receive one? If you didn't receive one, raise your hand. Okay, good. All right, here's your homework. And for those online, the link is going to be put into the chat. Here's some stuff, some practice. Here's where the rubber meets the road. It doesn't happen here on Sundays. It happens between Sunday at 6 p.m. and next Sunday at 5, okay? This is why I do this. All right, examining your beliefs practice. Take 10 minutes in a quiet space to reflect on where scarcity shows up in your life. Notice. Ask yourself, where have I been living from a belief in lack? Do I feel like I'm not enough in some area in my life? What thoughts or beliefs must be anchored in this? Write those reflections down, and then on a separate piece of paper, write the opposite truths as affirmations. I am enough just as I am. The universe provides all that I need. The universe is abundant, and I am connected to its flow. I trust in the infinite supply of love, peace, and prosperity. Keep these affirmations visible and repeat them daily. Secondly, at the start or end of each day, write down 3 ways your life is already abundant. Examples could include relationships that bring you joy, resources that support your well-being, opportunities for growth and learning. Reflect on how these areas show you that nothing is lacking and that abundance is already present. Number 3, sit in meditation and imagine yourself holding a small, tightly closed container labeled scarcity. Visualize opening this container and releasing its contents to the universe. See it transform into radiant, unlimited flow of light and abundance pouring into you and your life. Feel the truth of Lao-Tzu's words. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. And lastly, begin your day by aligning with Spirit's energy through this simple morning ritual. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and repeat. I choose to align with the infinite abundance of Spirit. Spend time visualizing your life filled with the abundance that you desire. Okay. So I want to close today with a little visualization. So if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes. We're actually going to do the visualization that's in your homework. So let's just take a deep breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And imagine yourself holding a small, tightly closed container labeled scarcity. See that container, feel that container. And see the label on the top, scarcity. And now visualize opening the container and releasing its contents into the universe. See it transform into a radiant, unlimited flow of light and abundance pouring into you and your life. And feel the truth of Lao-Tzu's words. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Feel that container. Feel the enormity of that container. Ready to receive, ready to pour into you. Feel this truth. Recognize and know that this life is for you, not against you. Feel and know that you are guided by this presence of God. Always and in all ways. Trust and know that if you have this thought that life is scarce, that there is something that is limiting, there is something that is lacking, know and trust that in any moment you can release that and let that go and choose a different thought. And so I am just so grateful in this moment to know this truth for each and every person. That each and every person here is receiving this and recognizing this and knowing that they have a choice in every moment. And I am knowing that every person here is blessed with an abundance of all good, an abundance of love and joy and happiness and peace and success, that whatever it is that is within your heart that is calling out to the universe, I am knowing that it is done right here and right now. And so with great thanksgiving, I release this, I let it go, and together we say, and so it is.
People get ready. There's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Sing with me. People get ready. There's a train at Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key. Open the doors and board them. There's room for all among the loved the most. Get ready, yeah. Ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have mercy on those whose chances are thinner, 'cause there's no hiding place from the kingdom's throne. People get ready, there's a train coming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. Don't need no ticket. We don't need a ticket. We just get on board, get on board. Oh, we gotta get ready. Yeah. Oh, people get ready. I choose love, I choose love, I choose love. Get ready, yeah. You don't need no ticket, just thank the Lord. Oh yeah. We're getting ready. We're getting ready.
Okay, so let's just take a moment to just feel gratitude. Just feel gratitude for the blessings in your life. Feeling gratitude for this moment, feeling gratitude for what you received today, whatever touched you, inspired you. If the music opened your heart, so I just invite you to just feel gratitude for all of that. We recognize that God is the source of all of our supply, of all of our good. And we share our gifts and our tithes with that consciousness, with that knowing. And so I invite you right now to just place your gift or your tithe over your heart. And let's say our offering affirmation together. This gift is spirit informed, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give and joyfully I receive. on the table as you exit the sanctuary there. We don't have any practitioners with us today, but if you'd like prayer, I'm happy to stay with you and pray with you after service. So just know that that is available for you. All right. So we've been planting seeds now for a few weeks on our newsletter about our new music director. And so I want to reveal who this mystery person is. I'd like to invite him to the stage. Ken Jensen, would you please come up to the stage? Let's give him a hand. Hello. Hi. Welcome. So glad you're here.
First time, huh? Not the last time.
Not the last time, yes. So I just want to read a little bit about who this wonderful being is. So Ken's musical path has taken him through many styles, including classical, jazz, country, rock, pop, and R&B. He's studied music at Wichita State University. He's played with many great performers, including
Laura Berman.
Including Laura Berman, yes, of course, amazing. Dave Valentine, Charlie Daniels, Chuck Berry and the Temptations. What? I know, right? And he's also played in many bands and groups across Colorado, Colorado Springs, Denver, and back in the day at Wichita, Kansas. And he's been the music director for Center for Spiritual Living down in Colorado Springs for over 15 years. He's still keeping that job, but he's also coming to us as well.
It's a blessing that this is in the afternoon.
Yes. So it worked out well. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you. We're so happy to have you. And he'll be playing with us next Sunday. So come hear him, his amazing voice and keyboard playing. And anything you want to say?
I'm excited.